So installing all the tools you need to make protocol buffers work can be very challenging. This chapter lays out in detail the steps needed to properly install and configure your development environment for protocol buffers. It also includes specific steps for each operating system when necessary. The first thing we want to do is actually get the Protobuf compiler. Now this isn't Go specific, this is just the compiler in general that all the different languages use. So we can follow this link right here, github.com/google/protobuf/releases, and that will take us out here. So the thing that we want to do is we want to try to find the release that makes sense for us. So in general, what we're looking for, if we're looking for like say Windows, for Windows you'll want the Windows 64 typically. You've got your Linux architectures here, and the one I'm going to use on the Mac is going to be the x86. So I would just simply click on this, and this will go ahead and download it. So at this point I have the zip file local. Okay, so I've got the proto zip file downloaded. So now what I want to do is open it up. And you'll find there's several directories in here. There's a bin directory, there's an include directory, and then there's a readme.txt. So for Mac and Unix, it's really pretty simple. We want to take what's in the bin directory that's in this directory right here that we got from the file we downloaded, this protoc command. And the easiest thing that I typically do is I usually put it in my go path bin. So by putting it in your go path bin, that's going to allow me to actually access that pretty quickly because I've already got on my path go path bin. Now, if you want to put this in another directory on your system that is in your global path already, that's up to you as well. Typically, I put mine in my go path bin. So let me go ahead and look at that real quick. So here's my go path bin. I probably already have the protoc compiler in here, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in there again. Oh, I didn't in this one. Okay, so now I've got my protoc in my actual path. That's what I wanted. That's the key part right there. For Windows, you want to do something similar. Again, open the file up, drop it in your go path bin. That usually works for me as well. Or you can put it in one of your global areas for your paths. The key is that you want to be able to access it from the actual command line. So at this point, if I'm in my command line anywhere, I can say protoc, and I know it runs. So this is kind of your litmus test. So if you type protoc at this point after you've downloaded this and it's on your path, you'll actually see it. Now the next pieces of code we actually need are the actual Go pieces from the Git repos. So we can do this very easily by basically issuing these go get commands right here. So if I go ahead and grab this right here, we're going to want to run each one of these. So I'm going to grab that one. And then we'll grab the next one. And then we'll grab the next one. We need all three of these to work with our Go code. So we're going to need to get all of these. Okay, so I've got all those. And so that's all the Go get. At this point, it's going to install a protoc gen-go binary. At this point, it's going to install a protoc gen-go binary in my actual go path bin. This is one of the tools that I'm going to be using when I invoke the go out as well. So we'll see us use this later. Now, if you're going to be using gRPC, you're also going to want to get these as well. So these are what you'll need to generate the gRPC side of the world. And we already retrieved this one, so we don't need to go get this one. So to test our installation, we can create a file called person.proto and add the following content. I'm going to copy this right here. I'm going to open a local file, and it can be pretty much anywhere that you want. Okay, so I've got my file. You can see it's there. Now the next step is actually to see if it compiles from the protoc. This will actually generate Go code for us. So at this point we can issue this command protoc, give it the -go out, tell it at the local directory, which is the dot, and then tell it person.proto is the file we want to generate. So that happened pretty fast. So now we should have a person.pb.go, which we do. And this is the actual generated file for that. So this is how we know that everything's set up properly. So at this point, we know we have the protoc library installed. We know that we have the Go libraries for Protobuf installed, and everything's now working for us. So again, this is what the generative file should look like. Now, it might be a little different depending on which version of Proto C you're using. They do update it somewhat often, so I may have a different version here than you have, and that's okay. Now, if for any reason you have any issues troubleshooting, I did have these in the past. I haven't had any of these issues for quite some time now, but it might be because I have all the proper libraries. So here's just some good troubleshooting information if you have problems getting this tool chain to work. So there's also some really great resources for Protobuf and gRPC that I like to talk about. If you're not on Gopher Slack, I highly recommend that you get on there. There's about 30,000 Gophers out there. And so it's a really great place to get answers out there as well. There's a gRPC channel and a Protobuf channel. So I highly encourage you to get out there. They're very welcoming. They do a great job of helping you out. You can just simply follow this invite Slack link right here if you want it. And then another call out I like to tell everyone is Johan Brandhorst is out there. He works at InfoSum. He has deep experience in gRPC. He's almost always going to be the person that answers your question in Slack. I think he might live there. I don't know if he ever sleeps, but he's always there to answer my questions. So follow him on GitHub, follow him on Twitter, and he's got just fantastic articles as well on his website. So if you're looking for just a lot of really great information on how to use different stuff with gRPC and Protobuf, he's got them written out there. So that's the end of the install for Protobuf and gRPC. Hopefully we have a working environment now, and now you can continue with the next chapter, which shows how to use Protobuf.
This video was brought to you by Gopher Guides. If you're an organization, conference, or user group that is looking for Go training, please visit gopherguides.com. All training is custom designed to match your educational needs.